Hey guys, Coach Sam here from Underdog Hoops. So in today's video, we are going to be going over how you guys could take stats, what you guys can use, and how what I do to take stats. So basically, stats is important. You want to make sure that you are uh, taking stats as a coach. You want to make sure that you are uh, doing your best to make sure that you take accurate stats, or your stat person, your manager, whoever is taking your stats is doing them accurately, because that is important. So basically, what I've done in the past is like every other coach, I've filled out a Excel kind of spreadsheet of what I am going to look for. So basically, I will keep track of turnovers, assists, steals, rebounds, blocks, free throws, 2-pointers, and 3-pointers. And then I'll keep the total points over here. So as we get into that, we're going to basically, here's what I would start off with, guys. So you want to make sure that you fill out your whole team. And I have books on Amazon if you don't feel like um, filling out an Excel sheet. It's $9.99, and you can go buy it, and it's Amazon, and it has a stat sheet, and it's a little different than this. I don't have the final score at the bottom or the converted offensive rebounds, but uh, it is very, very useful for all coaches. So I'd go and encourage you guys to check that out. There's two books. There's a 15 player, and I think the 30 game stat book is the 12 player, and the 15 player stat book is obviously the 15 players. So you want to go check that out. If you have 15 players, I would suggest you get the 15 players one. And if you have less than 12, then I would recommend getting the 12 player one, just to save you some spare room right here. Okay, so we're going to get started in this. Okay, so how do you take stats? Basically, you want to make sure that your stats are, you know, you want to make sure you're accurate managing of stats. Um, so, we use slash marks, or, um, you know, you count to 5 and then you make the slash. Um, So basically, what I've done, and I'll just use the I key for this right now because I can't make the slash for the fifth one, but I'll just simulate what I would do in a real game, or you know, and this doesn't take up a lot of space when you do it. So I'll show you guys how I would do it on a computer, but I'm not going to do it. I have never done it on a computer. So you guys can do this. You can print out your own, or get the stat book. But I would recommend getting the stat book because you can keep track of them the whole season. You don't have to buy a new one for a whole year, and it's very useful. So it's $9.99. Go check it out. Um, but here we go. So let's say you got your whole team right here. I haven't filled anyone in yet, but just Bob and Freddie. So basically, what you would do is you would keep track of stats. So, tip off, boom, our team, Freddie scores a quick 2-pointer. So you would put that he scored a 2-pointer. You would circle it, put a 2, and then leave it. Now, it's not going to take up that much room when you're doing it on paper, like on a clipboard. It won't take up that much room because it's I evenly spaced them out pretty well. So now, let's say they get a steal, or he gets another steal. So if he gets a steal, or Bobby does, Oh, that's in the wrong one. Okay. All right. So Freddie gets a steal. You would put a little hash mark, and then he gets a steal. He passes to Bob, who gets a 3. So you do the same thing. He hits a 3. You would just circle the 3, and you would move on. So what happens if he gets fouled on that 3 or gets fouled on a 2? So here's what would happen. So basically what I do is I draw 2 circles. Let's see. Okay, so I draw 2 circles in the free throw area. So if he makes it, I fill it in. If he does not make it, however, you leave it blank. So if it's a 1 and 1, you would just make that first bubble, and if he makes the first one, then you draw the second bubble. Uh, if it's a double bonus and he's got 2 free throws, then just do the simple 2, and then if he makes it, I either cross it out saying that he made it, or I fill it in. And I've seen people do both. So that's the way I do that. So basically, as you go throughout the game, your stat sheet is going to look a lot like, it's going to fill up. So basically, this is another thing. So let's say, I don't know why it gave me a -2 there. Okay, so basically, if he scores another 2, you would circle it again. And if he misses a 2, then you would leave it blank. Or well, you would leave the 2 not circled. Same thing with the 3. If he makes a 3, and then if he misses a 3, you would leave it uncircled. So at this point, you can see that we have, let's see, so it's not going to do the 0. So if you were doing free throws and he made 0, you can also, what I've done in the past is I've seen people do 1s, but I don't like that. I think it's way easier just to, fill in on the free throws, fill in the blank of the 0. And that's basically how I would do it. So at the end of the game, you're going to total up your stats. So at the bottom right here, you would get you have 3 turnovers. So let's just say 3. And then you had 4 assists. So you would put 4 there. You had 1 steal. So you'd put 1 there. And then you had 4 rebounds. So you put the 4 right there, and then you just total up everyone's, and then you put the number down there. So basically for this, so let's say he made 0 out of 2. So you would put that right there, and it's not going to let me do that. So you'll just have to see that that's 0. So another one, so if he makes 2 out of 3, there you go. And then as well here, it would be a 2 out of 3 because of that. All right, so you guys understand that now? Basically, this is a very simple way to keep track of stats. Very simple. And then at the end, you can say, so 2, 4, and then, so he made 7. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So you'd put a 7 right here for points by Freddie. and then a 3 right there for points by Bob. So then you would fill it out for everyone on your team, and there you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, going over this. And what I do sometimes, and I will show you guys in maybe a later video, is I keep track of offensive rebounds by the opponent, or I'll just show you guys right now. So I keep track of offensive rebounds by other opponents. So what if they have so many offensive rebounds, I keep marking hashes. And then if they convert them, so I would put if they converted off a free throw, +1, +2 for if they converted off 2, and then +3 if they converted and got a 3-pointer. So that's kind of what I would do generally with, keeping track of my stats. And this was last year. I kind of change it year to year to show them different ways to look at the game, to, understand it, and ways like that. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will be back tomorrow with another video. See you.